Today we're going to take this apple and transform it into a vegan apple smoothie that tastes like apple pie in a glass. You can serve this healthy blended drink for an easy breakfast, snack, or dessert. We're using only wholesome ingredients with no dairy. If you love the flavors of apple pie, then you're going to love this smoothie recipe. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Clean Eating Kitchen. I'm Carrie and I have a master's degree in public health nutrition, but I'm also a real woman who uses a gluten-free and dairy-free diet to help manage my symptoms of PCOS and autoimmune disease. If you're looking for easy recipes that fit this criteria, then please subscribe to my channel and be sure to hit the notification bell so you're alerted whenever I upload a new video. I make a smoothie almost every day of the week, and while I almost always put greens or frozen vegetables into my smoothies, I also like to make non-veggie smoothies that I call dessert smoothies. So I've been making a few of these recipes. If you've been watching my channel, I've made a gingerbread smoothie, a sweet potato smoothie, a pumpkin pie smoothie, and now we're making an apple smoothie. So I can't wait to show you this recipe. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This dairy-free smoothie is actually really easy to make. We are going to start with 1 cup of unsweetened plant milk, and I'm using coconut beverage actually today, but you could also use oat milk, you could use unsweetened almond milk, whatever you like. And then we are going to add our frozen banana, and I always get questions about what to use if you don't either you can't eat or you don't like frozen banana, and you can always substitute banana with frozen mango. You'll need about, I would say, about a half a cup of frozen mango chunks if you want to substitute for the frozen banana. And next, of course, we're going to add 1 red apple that I have roughly chopped. And you could also use green apple for this recipe. Green apple will be a little bit more tart than a red apple. I'm using a Fuji apple today, but it will also be a little bit low sugar if you use a green apple. Now, next we're going to use a special ingredient, and that is about 1/4 cup of frozen coconut chunks. And I'm going to show you how I make frozen coconut ice cubes, basically, and that is just to take a can of full-fat coconut milk, and you'll also need some kind of an ice cube tray. I like to use a silicone ice cube tray, which I will link in the description box below, and just put the silicone tray on top of a baking sheet, and then pour your full-fat coconut milk into some kind of a pitcher that makes it easy to pour, and then just pour it into the ice cube tray, and then you'll need to freeze the tray for at least about 6 to 8 hours to make sure the frozen coconut is totally frozen. And then you can just transfer the frozen coconut cubes to a zip top bag, and that will store in your freezer for several months. And this is a really great way to add richness and healthy fats to whatever type of smoothie you're making. And I know I always say this, but it's really important to add some healthy fats to your smoothies because it will help you absorb the nutrition. And I don't know about you, but I grew up in like the 80s and 90s when there was a lot of fear about eating fat, and I feel like I've grown a healthier relationship with food and my body. I'm not afraid of fats, and it makes you feel satiated and full and satisfied with your foods. So I always recommend adding a little bit of fat to a smoothie. So that being said, I know I said that this is like a dessert smoothie, but I'm always trying to sneak in some nutrition when I can. So what I have here is about, it's just about like a half of a baby cucumber, or maybe it's a whole baby cucumber cut in half, and I just froze it like that with the skin on and everything. And this is totally optional. You don't need to add any veggies to this smoothie, but I always like to show you little tricks and tips to make smoothies even more nutritious. And so the cucumber just adds a little bit of fiber and maybe a little bit of nutrition without tasting it at all. And hopefully it won't change the color of our smoothie at all. The smoothie is going to be kind of a brown color because of the cinnamon. So the cucumber shouldn't affect the color. And then to add a little bit of sweetness, because this is a dessert smoothie, I have 1 date here. We got to be sure to take the pit out. And this is a medjool date. It's very sweet, and you really just need 1 to sweeten up this smoothie. Next, we're going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, And of course, that's pretty standard for an apple pie flavor. So we want to be sure to add some cinnamon. And I mentioned in a few videos before how cinnamon can actually help lower blood sugar. And so I'm always adding cinnamon to my smoothies, really no matter the flavor. And then the last ingredient is to add about a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. We'll just put that right in. And then all we have to do is blend up our smoothie, and then we're gonna serve it. And of course, I always try to make my smoothies a little bit fun in how I serve them. So I'll show you that at the end. And I also wanted to mention, in case you didn't know, I have a gluten-free and dairy-free quick start guide that I've put together for you. So if you are new to eating gluten-free and dairy-free, please join my quick start guide. I'll leave that in the description box below as well. And you will get 5 days of lessons from me on getting started eating gluten-free and dairy-free, which can help manage inflammation and conditions like PCOS and autoimmune disease, like thyroid disease, which is what I have, or things like chronic fatigue. So let's go ahead and blend up our smoothie and we'll serve it up. So if you watched my last smoothie recipe, my strawberry cheesecake smoothie, I did show you how you can also easily make smoothies into a smoothie bowl if you prefer. I personally like the consistency of a smoothie. My husband likes smoothie bowl consistency, but really the bottom line is you would just use far less liquid for a smoothie bowl than you do for a smoothie. And so this looks great. I can really smell the apple flavor and of course banana and cinnamon. I think this is going to be really delicious. So let me go ahead and serve it up and then we'll give it a taste. This was such a fun smoothie to make. It is a great way to use up a fresh apple, and I'm going to give it a taste here. I get a really rich cinnamon flavor. It really does taste a little bit like an apple pie, especially with that whipped cream on top. I like to put some coconut whipped cream on top and sprinkle some extra cinnamon, and this is just a delicious, yummy dairy-free smoothie. If you wanted to make it a meal replacement, you could always add a scoop or two of your favorite unsweetened protein powder. I am looking forward to making some detox and green smoothies for the new year. If you're watching this during the holiday season, I wish you the very best for a safe and happy holiday season. I put together a list of these dairy-free dessert type smoothies, so I hope you'll check that out, including my gingerbread and sweet potato and pumpkin pie smoothie, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.